Hi, this is Anya, and this is 15th episode of this podcast. I'm recording this from. I'm recording this for like the third time because what happened was that I switched from wired earphones to wireless earphones, and even though they like perfectly connect for calls and I'm able to record voice messages with them, it just didn't work with the recording app on my phone. So I recorded 2 episodes. I started recording, I put my phone in my pocket, and I was just like running my errands and just randomly talking, and then I just realized that it's not even like it recorded, but you couldn't hear anything. You could hear like all the noises, just not me and what I was saying. So I decided to give it another shot and record it for the third time. I'm not really sure what I was talking about. Give me a second. Yeah, I think I was reacting to my previous episode, which was about New Year's resolution, end of membership of my mastermind program, and also talking about my lactose intolerance. So I feel like these few months have passed super fast. So many things have changed. I really feel like so many things have changed. Everyone around me is evolving like super fast. And when it comes to lactose, I kind of got used to that already. I think some of you may remember that I was like really struggling with everything in January and like around January because I was trying so much, and every time I thought I finally found some safe food, the food basically tried to kill me. And I started since the complete beginning. I started from the beginning. I started from the zero for like 5 times. I think it was like 5 times. It took me so much time to like process everything, to get used to it, and now I'm pretty fine. There are many alternatives of everything, and if I want to eat something what has lactose in it and there's no alternative, or I haven't found it, or just I don't have the chance to get the alternative, I just take my lactase pill and I just eat it, and I'm fine. This was another thing which I was like so stressed about, because you can buy lactase pills, like these enzyme pills, by yourself, but nobody ever tells you how to use them. Nobody tells you how much you should take, what works, what does not work, and which with each one try you just suffer. If you don't take enough, you suffer. If you take too much, you suffer, because you're super bloated, and just even though like at least you don't die in cramps, but still it's super uncomfortable. So finding the right amount is super difficult. It took me like 3 to 4 months to fully find out how that works, and now I'm fine. Now I know how much to take. I know when I have to take it, when not, because of course when it comes to certain foods like cheese, I'm fine with that. I don't really need to take any lactase. Or when it's like sorry, I needed to yawn. Well, I'm not gonna say sorry, I'm gonna say I'm a big deal. That's what my mentor taught me. Anyway, back to lactose. So I noticed that not only I'm able to handle a certain amount of lactose before it actually makes me feel bad. So I can eat cheese, I can eat butter, I can eat stuff like that with no problem. But also I can handle a certain amount when it's like baked goods filled with some cream cheese or something. That is fine. If the cream cheese would be raw, like not baked, I would have a problem, but as it's baked, I don't know like what happened there, some reaction or something, I don't know, or maybe the temperature just changed the whole thing. I have no idea, but I figured out I can eat some cakes if it doesn't have like too much cream in it, and if it's baked, I can eat it and I'm not dying. So that's amazing. Anyway, I still got a huge reality check when it comes to my intolerance, because in the end of May, I went to anime slash cosplay convention. It's called oh, I got a notification which was so loud that actually made me get startled. Anyway, it's called Anime Fest, but right now it's just changed. It's like about the whole Asia. It's not only about Japan and anime. And it was also a food fest. They got so many different food stands with different options. There were so many lactose-free options, vegan options. So basically, I could just go around, think whatever I wanted to eat. There was always option for me, either like lactose-free or completely vegan. I could eat whatever. I didn't have to think about anything. So these 3 days were the most were one of the happiest days in my life, because I could just eat whatever I want again without thinking, does this have lactose? How much lactose does it have? Is it gonna kill me? Should I take the pill? Did I forget to bring the pill with me or not? Usually, I tend to forget. On this convention, I brought the pills with me because I didn't know where I could need it, because I'm so used to having it always on me. Wherever I go, I always have it. But I could just leave it in the hotel. I didn't really have to think about anything. I didn't need it. And then I got a reality check when I came back. Because as I was on the train station, I couldn't even buy coffee. Because, of course, those pills were somewhere deep in my luggage, and I didn't really have time to find it. But it was just, I'm a big deal again. It was just so weird, coming back to real life, having to think about if there's alternative for this. If I have the pills, should I take it? Is this worth it? Because here in Prague, wherever you go, almost all the places, basically, I think all the places have at least one alternative, at least soy milk or whatever. They just have something always. So I'm so used to them just having everything, and if I want coffee, I don't really need to ask. Well, I can ask if they have lactose free, but if not, I can just ask soy milk, almond milk, whatever milk, alternative, and they always have something. And in Brno, where the convention was taking place, they just did not have that. Of course, some places got at least oat milk or something, and that was saving my life. Especially the amazing coffee place next to our hotel. It was really amazing. I think it's called Sorry Pečeme Jinak, and if you ever go to Brno, I recommend it. It's huge, it's amazing. They have amazing cakes, amazing coffee, and also the style of the whole cafe is just amazing. It's super nice, and they have alternatives, so that was saving me every day basically. But on the train station, they just didn't have anything. So if you ask, they're no, why should we have that? What? We are not that extra. And I'm what extra? No, it's because I'm so used to the fact that in Prague it's standard. Everywhere you go, there's at least one alternative. At least one. And on the Prague train station, even there are multiple cafes, some fancy ones, some not as fancy ones, but they all have at least one alternative. So to me, it's a standard now. I'm so used to the fact that there's an alternative everywhere, at least one. So when I came to my hometown for Christmas, I was so shocked because we went to a cafe and I asked them do you have either lactose-free milk or some alternatives or whatever, and they were no. And it seemed like a fancy cafe, and I was what? what do you mean you don't have it? Are you joking? And at that time, I didn't have the pills on me, and I didn't even know how to use them properly. So I was like, okay, I just cannot drink coffee here. And then I was super tired when we came back home because I didn't have coffee for like 6 hours. And at that time, normally I drink like 2 to 3 cups, and I didn't have any because they just were not able to get the milk. So, I'm a big deal for the third time. So it was like super weird to like get the reality check that it's actually not normal still, and that I should be more cautious about what I eat and what I drink. But other than that, I'm used to that. There are always some alternatives. We even have some online stores, which like online grocery stores, which just once you order there, they're just gonna deliver the food to your door. And they have so many options as well, and they actually made the prices to be customer friendly, so they are not too expensive. Because I kind of got a culture shock when I came back from this convention and I wanted to get lactose free milk. I went to a shop where I used to buy lactose free milk for I think a good year now, and I wanted to get the milk that I normally used to get. It got so expensive. Normally I would pay like 35 crowns for 1 liter of milk, which whole fat milk. I don't know if it's called like that, but just the one with 3.5% of fat. Normally I would get that one, and it cost like 35 to 38, which was like the maximum that I was willing to pay for that. And I went there and it cost like 50 crowns. I'm not joking, 50 crowns. And I was like, what the hell is that? Like, what should I do now? I just need the milk for my coffee tomorrow, or else I'm not gonna make it to work. Like, I need it. And we were not able to order from the online grocery store as fast, because I just like needed the milk the same day that we arrived, and it was already evening, so we would not be able to get the grocery store to come the same day. So I just had to get some random alternative which was cheaper. So this was like a huge culture shock. I was like, what the hell? What's happening? Like, this was not... Are they really making the milk so pricey? Do they really want to make my life harder? Do they really want to earn more money because my body is trying to kill me with like normal milk, or like what? So yeah, this was the culture shock. But anyway, like overall, I got so used to the whole intolerance thing, and it doesn't really bother me. I know how to use the enzyme just in case I need it. The only bad thing is I always have to remember to keep it with me. When I change bags, I always have to think to take it with me, or then I'm not gonna be able to eat something or drink something or have coffee, like I did in the cafe in my hometown, which was like shocking experience, especially when I know that other cafes which are there actually have some alternatives, but this one just decided not to, and it was the only one open at the time. So yep. And then some other things happened, like me kind of parting ways with two friends. I've known one of them for like 8 years and the other one for like 13 to 14 years. I'm not really sure. It's been so long. Anyway, with the first one, we parted ways around February, I think. And it was because I was just tired of her shit, to be honest. We were so used to like discuss everything. When I would struggle with something, I would come to her. When she was struggling, she would come to me. We would always give each other like another point of view, which at least to me is like super helpful, because when I'm dealing with something, I'm like too subjective. I'm in this overthinking mode. And if somebody gives me another point of view of like somebody who's not as invested in the whole thing as I am right now, it actually helps me to like find a way out of that, to solve it, to just deal with that. And actually it helps me also to stop overthinking. And we were working like that for 8 years basically. And Then I realized that she was, I'm a big deal. You can count and let me know in the comments how many times did I say I'm a big deal. You can count that and then tell me in the end of the episode how many times did I say that. Anyway, back to the topic. Then I started noticing that she would come to me with some issues that she was struggling with, but then when I came to her with my issues, she would either not respond or respond but be like, not really telling me anything, and also she was like super fast to judge. And I just told her like 2 sentences, and she would already make assumptions and judge from the 2 sentences what I just told her without listening to the context. And she kept telling me that I was angry when I was not angry. I was just like, of course, I was in some kind of emotion at that moment because I was struggling, but I would not necessarily say that I was angry, but all she was saying was that I was angry and she was making assumptions and judgment too quick. And then when I was giving her the context, she would get angry that I don't agree with her, and she's telling me something. When I asked for opinion, she's telling me something, and I'm telling her that this is not true, that is not true, and she feels bad about it. And I was like, what about you just listen first without judging after first sentence? Then you would not have to deal with me telling you the context, and you would not feel like I'm telling you that you are not telling me the truth, or that your information is just not valid because you don't know the whole context. And she got so angry at that all the time. And then another thing, she never mentioned she didn't like voice messages. She never mentioned that. She also was using them herself. And then after some time, she just told me that basically she was trying to manipulate me, that she actually told me that and I didn't respect her boundary and stuff like that. She never told me, and she was using them herself. That was crazy. And the day when we parted ways, it was like she contacted me randomly asking like if I use styling, because we were talking also about hair care, professional products. I got interested in that. She was super interested in that. So this was also like one of the common topics that we would talk about. She would try recommending me some products, and I found my new hair care thanks to her. And that's what I have to say. Thanks to her, I found my new hair care, which is amazing, and my hair is amazing after that. And I'm a big deal. And when she asked about the styling, I just said no, because I tried all kinds of styling, even like the drugstore cheap ones, even the professional ones, which were like more expensive. But my hair is like super fine, and it doesn't really like any styling. Whatever styling I put on, it just immediately makes me look like I didn't wash my hair for 2 weeks, and it's just super heavy and super sticky. I don't like that. The only thing that I'm using is dry shampoo. That's the only thing that I can use. Other than that, no styling for me and for my type of hair. And she knows that. And she also knows that I tried all the different kinds of products. And yet, again, she asked me if I use styling. I told her no. I told her why. And she just got so angry, and she started arguing with me and yelling at me that I haven't even tried a professional product, and how can I judge professional products based on my opinion, which was made on top of like the cheap drugstore products, and my opinion is not correct and stuff like that. And I was just like, what? Does she really like have to do that? Did she really just start a fight over something that I talked to her multiple times about? Basically, I think she was just like starting to find something to fight about, because those last days before we just parted ways, I was not really like talking to her much, because I felt like she was kind of toxic, and I was just trying to gather my courage to courage. Why did I say courage? Whatever. I tried to get my courage up to be able to cut her off, and then she just started this fight. So I told her again that I don't like her behavior. She's trying to manipulate me. I told her multiple times, she just didn't listen. That she hears just the things that she wants to hear. She doesn't care about anything else. And she was misusing my employee discount, because even though I got the discount, I was always preferring her, because I felt like she was a good friend, and also she has two little kids, so I obviously was thinking, why to not give her a discount? Why to like make her pay full price when I can give her some discount? She can save some money to like get something for the kids, right? And so I was always preferring her in terms of like whom I give the discount to, because I can give it to my friends. And it's up to me to whom I give the discount. I should just like not use it too much. I'm a big deal. I'm a big deal again. So then she started arguing that like she can handle it by herself, and I just cut her off. I told her like, hey, this is enough. I don't have capacity for this anymore. Let's just end it. And I cut her off completely. And the other girl, the one whom I knew for like 14 years, I think it's 14 years now. So basically like half of my life, like a little bit less than half of my life, but it's like super long time. And that one, I was in a group with her, and I don't know if I mentioned how I was like not sure about my dancing. I wanted to quit because of this one girl. So that was her. And after some time she stopped dancing. She just like kept watching my stories, my reels. She kept watching all what I was like sharing. She kept commenting that, and I was like, how hypocrite you have to be to destroy a person first and then go watch them, how they try to get back on their feet. At first alone, but then with a friend, with like help of a few friends, because I got two friends who played a huge role in that, like in me coming back. One of them is my dance teacher, and the other one is a friend, also like long-term friend, whom I know thanks to dance covers and K-pop. And those two made me come back. Those two helped me stand back on my feet when I was destroyed, when I felt like I wanted to quit. I was just demotivated, broken. I felt alone, and these two didn't let me give up, and they helped me. And she was watching, and that girl who destroyed me, she was just watching me and praising my work, not even realizing that she was the one to break me. And I wanted to cut her off for so long, and I was not able to, because I still got her data SIM card, which she gave me some time ago when she knew that like my phone plan was not the best. I didn't have too much internet, and she was like, hey, I have a SIM card I don't use, you can use this, and once you are okay with the phone plan and something changes, you can just give it back. And I was like, okay. I was using it. Then I gave it to my boyfriend, who was also using it because he didn't have data on his phone plan as well. And then he changed the phone plan, and then finally came the time when I was able to return the card to her, and then I like stopped owing her anything. And then I could just cut her off, and I did, and I feel like free. I feel so free. And I finally feel like safe, without, like 100% safe, without having this intruder who would watch me every time. And I would always know that she's so hypocritical. She was the one to destroy me, and yet she's the one to praise me now. Like, what the fuck? Okay, so anyway, this was another thing which changed in those few months. What else? Another thing is that I just love how the company is growing. I just recently celebrated my 5 years in the company. I love it so much. It's amazing. And my new manager is super amazing. Like, I was kind of worried in the beginning because she came from outside of the company. And I didn't know, of course, like she didn't know the products. She was new to like everything. But I see that in such a short time, she really picked up super fast pace. She's able to see things that none of us in the company were able to see, because as she came from outside of the company, she just sees the things we were so used to everything, we just didn't see anything. She's the one to see that, she's the one to help me, she's the one to fix that, and I'm super glad that I can actually work on that with her and I can help her so that we can fix these crazy things which were like set by somebody like 8 years ago, and then we still kept doing them even though they didn't make any sense anymore. I'm a big deal again. So yeah, this is kind of what went through these few months. Oh yeah, one of my university friends, she got married recently. I went to her wedding. It was super amazing. We got so much fun, and I loved the whole ceremony. I loved the whole thing. I'm super grateful that I was able to spend quality time with her and spend her big day with her. It was amazing. And yep, I guess that's like the end of my updates now. I don't know when I'm gonna be able to come back and update. Not sure about that. Let's see what time brings. But overall, I feel good. I'm happy with like how I'm growing. Of course, still like there's some struggles which come, but with my friends and with my therapists, I can just handle them, and it's like no huge deal. I'm able to handle all of those. Some of those alone, some of those with my therapist and friends, with my boyfriend, and yeah, overall all good. And let's see what the time brings and what my next update is gonna be. And hopefully this audio is normal this time and you will actually be able to hear me. Hopefully. Okay, so let me just check because my phone just got locked. Oh, 27 minutes almost. That's nice. It's like, because the past time I was recording, I managed to get like 15 minutes each time. So in this episode, you got 30 minutes, which is like double the time that it was originally supposed to be. Whatever. Okay, I hear my washing machine beeping so much, I have to go to take the clothes out and actually hang them, or you're gonna smell so bad. Okay, see you next time, and please let me know in the comments how many times did if you listened up until now, let me know how many times did I say I'm a big deal in this video. What am I saying? Podcast. Because as I learned to not say I'm sorry, when like, of course, like if it's needed, I'm gonna say it, but I'm not gonna say it unnecessary when it's not necessary. And when I would like yawn in the middle of talking to somebody, or I would like drop something or whatever, then I would not say sorry, but I'm saying I'm a big deal. And my phone locked again. So I'm gonna unlock it, I'm gonna end this. Please let me know how many times did I say I'm a big deal. Count all of those. Not just ones that I actually said instead of saying sorry, but count all of those and let me know. I'm really curious how many of them did I say. Okay, bye.